Hello everyone. So today I'm gonna tell you guys this insane story that happened to me a couple months ago. I wanted to wait until it was like a year passed, but then I was like, no, I have to tell the story. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure this person that interviewed me has forgotten all about me and like will never check this video. I hope so, fingers crossed. So I'm not exaggerating when I say that this is one of the most insane interviews ever. Now I got this was actually a phone interview, and so okay, obviously from the beginning. This job that I was applying for, it was an internship for social media. The descriptions were very vague, and I understand how how social media works and all that fun stuff, and obviously I'm on YouTube. I applied, the guy emailed me and he asked, when do you want to do your appointment? When do you want to do the phone interview? I'm like, okay, on Wednesday, let's just say. And no, actually it was Monday. Oh, on Monday. And I told him, let's do it at 11. He's like, okay, Monday 11, let's do that. Okay, so Monday rolls around and I have all my paper ready, like all my papers for because when I get nervous I tend to forget stuff, so I had my resume and other papers that would help me out how to respond. 11 rolled around, nothing. He didn't call back. 11:30, nothing. 12, 12:30, 1, 2, nothing. I have not heard of him, and he didn't call, and I was like, what the heck? This is so unprofessional, first of all. And that was the first red flag, you guys. And so finally 3:45 and he calls, and I am not organized, I'm doing other stuff, but I pick up still, you know. So I finally pick up and he's like, sorry, I didn't check I just barely checked my calendar, and I noticed that we had an interview at 11. I'm sorry about that. I'm like, it's okay, you know. So I let it slide, but then I was kind of forgive but not forget in a way. I was like, okay, but that's a little fishy right there. That's a red flag that I was aware of. So he starts off with, this is what our company does. He starts to explain just a little more in detail, and he asked, what would you do to make our company better? And so I started to explain to him that I know how to use Adobe, Adobe After Effects, Adobe Premiere, Adobe, all these programs. I'm starting to name them, and then how I want to improve, how I love video production, and I'm very active on social media, and just all these details. Keep in mind, this is an interview, and so I kind of mentioned, I think maybe this was my fault in this part, but I told him I also want to learn a little bit more of these Adobe programs. And then he said, why can't you just learn that by yourself? And I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that's true, I guess. But yes, it's my fault, but just that part, because everything else is crazy. I was like, oh yeah, I could learn it by myself, but then I was thinking, this is an internship, what would he teach me then? But I don't know, whatever. And so he tells me oh, we're not interested in what you're doing. He just basically said, no, we don't want you to work here. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. What can you do, you know? So, but then he started talking about himself and how he's done this, he's done that, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, that's so interesting. And so I started asking him more questions, what does your company do more specifically? And then he explained it to me, and then he mentioned, oh, but you wouldn't understand that. And I was like, what? Why would someone say that? That's so weird. And then I was like, oh, okay, all right, because what can you, how do you respond to that? It's a phone interview, it's supposed to be professional, but whoo, that was way off, that was way gone, you guys. And then he tells me that he's done a lot of TED Talks in a way, but not really TED Talks, but just something like that, along those lines. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool, that's really interesting. And at that point I'm like, well, he's not gonna hire me, I don't care, but he seems like he's so passionate about what he's doing, so I don't want to be rude and hang up or just be like, no, okay, bye, you know. And so he starts talking about Hollywood, how they messed him up, and how it's a really difficult world in Hollywood. It's very difficult, and it was very tough for him trying to move up in Hollywood. And he's also made an app, and he starts talking about that, and I'm like, oh, okay, what's the difference between this one and the other ones? And so he starts to kind of explain it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting, you know, that's so cool. I'm trying to find a way to end the conversation, but he just keeps talking and talking and talking about himself. Somehow it became that I'm interviewing him. I don't know how that happened, but I guess I guess so. And so he then invites me for coffee. He's like, I like talking to you and I want to help other people move up in Hollywood, and if you would like to get some coffee so we can talk about it even more, because I've helped other people. And then I asked him, so is this another interview or is this something else? And so he said, no, I don't want to hire you, but I just want to help you out. And then I told him,
I'm not interested in this, and sorry, I don't want to do this.
And then he goes, okay. He hangs up on me, you guys. What is that? Like, why would he do that? That's so unprofessional. He calls me later on and then he like hangs up. Like, what is that, you guys? This is so insane. I was like,
hello? Oh, okay, I guess we're done.
What? What? There is no moral of the story. Maybe that be aware of these people, I guess. I don't know. So the moral of this story is that watch out, and like people in Hollywood are insane apparently, because this guy was like in a different planet, you know? And like, what is this? What is this? My cousin owns a fitness place and I told her about this story and she told me, dude, that's not professional. I can't believe he called you late. That's his responsibility to call you on time. And I was like, oh, okay. So like, I kind of forgave him, but when my cousin told me that, she's like, yeah, no, that's not acceptable. I was like, oh, okay, well, thank goodness he did not want to hire me, because that would be scary working for him. Because that one phone interview was like, wow. So have you guys ever had any crazy phone interviews or interviews in general that were like this insane, or have all your interviews been normal? Not like mine. No, but the thing is, this is the only interview I've had that was really not professional. You know what? You live and you learn. So yeah, that is it for this insane story time video. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Please like this video for more, and don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good, wonderful day, afternoon, night, whenever you're watching this. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.